nomination certificates is the party Secretary General, Senator Agnes Zani. Welcome to News Center. Let's start by what do you expect today, and who are some of these aspirants that you expect them to be handed this direct nomination ticket?
Today we're expecting our aspirants who are running for the party primaries who are unopposed. So for those who are running for constituency, for those who are running for governor, for those who are running for senator, any position as long as you are unopposed. Because you remember, as a party, we agreed that we were going to stagger our primaries. So we were not going to have all primaries held on one day. And as a first stage of that staggering, we are starting with, I've just seen Senator Mheshimiwa Wanga coming in. She's one of those. She's running for women rep, and there's nobody opposing her. So for all those who are running and there's nobody opposing them, this is the first stage. We're giving them certificates, direct tickets, because there's nobody opposing them from within the party. In terms of numbers, how many governors do we expect? Those are the incumbents, and maybe members of parliament, incumbents, and senators. We're expecting large numbers in terms of what we're going to give out. We're expecting up to at least 20 governors, up to at least 20 senators, and I'm giving these figures as averages now because after this process, we're going again to tabulate and ensure and create synchrony that there's nobody here who, for example, who is going to be opposed and they are, already on the list. So what we want to ensure is that for today, like for example, one person come forward to say that they think that there's nobody opposing them, they should be getting a certificate. That is a check we can do later on to confirm. So for today, we're working on those average figures, but we have almost up to 850, especially at the MCA level. MCA level that are going to be able to... Actually, I was coming to that because just a few minutes away, we've had some grievances from members saying that some of those who are expected to be handed over direct nomination actually indeed have competitors on the ground. That is a situation that needs to be looked at because there are competitors on the ground who might have expressed interest, but have they gone through the process? Have they actually paid? Have they cleared? Because we are going with the database that we have. So we're looking at the database that we have. We're ensuring that once you're on that database, you're the only person running for that. You see, there are many people and many candidates on the ground who might have been feeling or connecting. Like, for example, even for the ones who are talking about aspirants, we're asking them, have you come to our aspirants meeting where we're explaining these things in detail so that you know exactly what is happening? So I think this is not the end of the process. We're going to synchronize everything and ensure that that is processed very well. At the moment right now, those who are going to receive are the ones who are getting direct tickets because there's nobody opposing them. So does it mean that it will be the final thing, or it will be in finality when you issue certificates here? What if someone raises issues after handing over those certificates? How do you tend to handle that? We're working with a database, and that database has been consolidated by NEB. But of course, we also have the realities on the ground because I know in the process there are people, for example, who had paid partially. There are always issues that come, and these can be resolved on the basis of actual information that is coming. But as per now, the data that we have from NEB that has been stipulated very clearly shows the ones who are given tickets today are the ones who are running alone at the moment. And then when we go into the actual primaries, we're going to stagger again so that we're not doing all the counties at the same time. We're going to have different counties on different days. Let's talk about party loyalties. And what the information out there is that some of those who have been handed this direct nomination, some of them are financiers, some of them have been loyal to the party, and it's not necessarily that they don't have competitors on the ground. I think when we begin to generalize that way, we have a problem because I think at the moment it's very clear. We're working with databases. We're working with those who have actually shown interest and nobody has opposed them. So if you have a situation where nobody has opposed you, the reasoning is that why are you going into a primary? You're going into a primary because you're competing with somebody else. For where there is competition with other parties, we're going to go into the stage where we're going to decide how are we going to run that particular primary? Is it going to be through consensus? Is it going to be through universal suffrage? Are we going to actually go balloting? Various proposals are coming from various counties, and it's the responsibility of NEB to ensure that these various concerns are taken into consideration. But for the ones here, there's nobody to compete with, and this is the logic of this exercise today, that if there's nobody else who is actually competing, then this is the person with and we can dispense of that group and then move to the other groups. So I think we have to be careful about what we hear. And then I think also today, we're going to have clearly NEB represented here. And I'm sure we'll have a question and answer session where people can be able to interact. And we have also situations where I'm telling people with direct concerns to go to NEB. Our NEB has run party elections for the last 10 years. So they are in a position to actually handle all the specific issues. And as an organ
we're able to do that.
Let's talk about party officials. We know at least the deputy party leader, that's the Mombasa governor, and of course the Kakamega governor, Wycliffe Oparanya, who is also a deputy party leader. They are expected to be handed over direct nomination. The same case with the treasurer, Timothy Bosire. What about the other officials, including you?
I think we have to be realistic, and I've explained that, and I can't go around in circles, tying up this and the other. It's so clear. There is no need for such a question, because we have simply said that this is a process today where if you don't have any opposing, is there somebody opposing these from the party? If there's nobody else, if there's no other candidate who has come, then this is the person being given the ticket. That is the answer.
Actually, I'm coming from the idea that and the notion that there is information around there that maybe some of those who are opposing them were forced to step down.